you look at affordability metrics, and it's so hard to get your head around what statistics you should use these days. I mean, the amount of times I've looked at SQM Research, who we use for a lot of research work, they've talked about Sydney being overpriced statistically and, on the cusp of a crash for 20 years. And you look at what happened in the last 4 or 5 months there. I mean, there's been some properties that have doubled in value in 12 months. And you just keep saying, how do people afford that? I mean, you get out to western suburbs that were probably 10 years ago, areas that were quite affordable. It's $1 million just for an old house that needs a lot of work. And you keep saying, surely can't go more, surely can't go more. And it just seems to keep rolling on. I mean, the demand is there, and even without immigration. And this is where I think we could see that the property market will have another pulse at the end of this year because there is so much demand out there. Next year is a little bit questionable, depending on what kind of buyer appetite comes through. And I'd love to know what people like Nick see with regards to pre-approval levels and inquiry, because, I mean, that's where it all starts, right? People need funding. Rarely do people buy with cash. And then I think once immigration comes back and we actually start to see the population increase, and considering it looks like, the mandate to get in is going to be that you need to be, holding cash, highly educated. We're very, very lucky that tends to be the profile. And then hopefully some people that don't fit that mold also get a chance. And they're going to want property. They're going to want to put their roots down. So I think it's going to be that it'll be a really strong finish to the year. Next year, it might just be a bit of a holding pattern, but then I think it'll go again.
I really liked you brought immigration up there because it's something that definitely we've been talking about. That it's gonna bring that next wave for us. We're talking about our business and mapping out what the next 4 or 5 years look like.
Yeah.
Like, we're really comfortable based on the fact that immigration's been non-existent, and apart from the lockdowns, if anything, COVID's probably been a pretty good marketing campaign for both Australia and New Zealand based on our level of cases. So you can only expect people are going to want to come to an island when they can, and come in a flurry, because there's people that would have been planning to come over the last 2 years that haven't been able to.